Dear students, let us know about academic standards which are very important for you because in examination you will find questions based on academic standards. You have 6 academic standards in social studies. I'll take you to the page showing academic standards in the textbook. Here are academic standards. The first academic standard, it is conceptual understanding. In short, C by U. We call it conceptual understanding. So what is this academic standard here? Which one? Conceptual understanding. Listen very carefully. This is the first academic standard in our social studies. So when you read this academic standard, you will find here two things. One is a concept, second one is understanding. In our textbook, there are many lessons. In every lesson, we find several concepts, and that concept given in the textbook you need to understand. So, how do we understand a concept in any lesson here? So, let us take one example. How do we understand the concept here? I'll take you to the first page of the first lesson. So, in this page, the first lesson, our earth, there is a figure, a photograph is given here, and beside the photograph there is some text. By reading this text you have to understand the concept. So in how many ways we understand the text here, right? First one, by reading the text you will go on giving answers in your own words. After reading the text, you will come to know what is the concept there, and you will give that concept in your own words what you understand. So it is explanation. The strategy what is used here to understand the given text, explanation by your own words. Sometimes we will try to find out the reasons for given concept. Why does this photograph is given here? Then you will find out the reason, right? You will find out the reason that it is our earth given in the form of a small dot in a circle. So what is there here? We are trying to find out the reasons. This is second method. Third is you will go on classifying. For example, when we take our solar system, we will classify the planets. We will classify our Earth different from rest of the planets. That what we call classification. We'll go for classification. Suppose we are studying atmosphere, then we will classify the layers of the atmosphere. Atmosphere is a concept. So to understand that concept, we are classifying its layers. So how you are going to understand the concept there? By dividing the given concept into several classifications. So the strategy used here is classification. Three strategies, three methods I have said. One is explaining the concept in your own words. In that way, you will understand the given concept. Second one, it is giving the reasons to the concepts, right? It is also what you call finding the reasons to the concepts. Second one. Third one is classifying the concept, right? These are the three methods to understand the concept. Some more methods also there to understand the concept. Another one is finding the similarities. Suppose we are studying our planet Earth, then we will try to find out similarities or differences in the planets of the solar system, so that you can understand Earth is different from rest of the planets. What is the strategy you have applied there? You applied a strategy that identifying similarities and differences between Earth and the rest of the planets. So this is one method, that is finding the similarities and differences on given concept, right? Then another method to understand the concept is giving the example. What is that? Giving the example. Instant. Suppose you are studying about some forests, some types of forest. When you go on studying that types of forest, after studying it, you will apply that knowledge into the your experiences. You will bring out the examples which you have in your experience, right? Suppose we are studying about some kind of forest, by reading it you will recall some kind of forest which already you have experienced. Okay, so that is what giving example. So one concept given in the textbook can be understand by applying several methods. One is giving explanation in your own words. Second is finding the reasons. Third is classification. Fourth is similarities. Fifth is differences. and sixth is examples. So in all these methods, we will try to understand the concept. Okay. So what will be there in the concept here, right? I am reading this one once you listen it. We live on this earth along with millions of other animals, plant, plants and microorganisms. Human life evolved on the earth over 1 lakh years ago. More than any other animal, human beings have been trying to make the earth a better place to live in. We have been constantly trying to change ourselves and our surroundings. So, what is there here? Certain words are there. What you call keywords. What will be there in the concept here, right? When you read a text, you will find there some keywords, some terminologies. Understand? What is that? Some terminologies. Let me show you that here. Microorganisms. It is a keyword. What is it? It is a keyword. Understand? Then next, you will find here another thing, earth. It is a keyword. Understand? So any concept, that is what I am saying, text. Any concept in the sense text, an information presented in every page of the textbook. That text consists of keywords, okay, and terminology and the sentences. So, how do we understand a concept? By reading the text in sentence form and picking out the keywords in the text and the terminology defined for social studies, right? It means that suppose when we speak of water resources in social studies, we use a specific word, that is irrigation, right? When you want to show the direction where the sun is rising, will you show it is a left, right, top, bottom? No. We use some words which are used in social studies, that is north, south, east, west. So these are the words we use in our social studies. What do we call these? Terminology. Okay. So this terminology should be used while writing answer to any question given here. Okay. Suppose you want to say that India is located in southern part of Asia. That is correct. We are using the southern part. If you write like the sentence in this way, India is bottom part of the Asia. Bottom is a general word. Bottom, B-O-O-B-O-T-T-O, bottom. It is a general word. We should not use. We have to use the terminology given for social studies. That is, here we have to use southern part. Understand? So in that way, we have to understand the concept. So when a text you read, first you need to find out the keywords, terminology. You should find the meanings of the keywords, then the terminology. When you find out the meaning to the keywords and terminology, it is easy to understand the text. and the text you understand, you can present in your own words. When you are going to present in your own words, there also you should use keywords and terminology for the social studies. So this is what I say for conceptual understanding. So what is a conceptual understanding is that you have come to know now. This is the first academic standard. I hope you have understood it clearly, right? The next second academic standard in our social studies, that is reading the text given, understanding and interpretation. This is the second academic standard in our social studies. So what is this academic standard, right? Look at the title here, reading the text given. You will get one paragraph, that what we call text, and that text you need to understand. Okay, it is the text you need to understand, which is given there, and that text, after understanding, you should write it in your own words. Okay, so how to write answer to this academic standard, right? My dear students, listen very carefully. Understand? Let me tell you that how we have to write an answer to this second academic standard. Dear students, for this second academic standard, we need to write answer in 3 steps. How many steps? 3 steps. First one, understanding the given text. This is the title, what we call understanding the text. Or you can use another step for this academic standard, that is understanding the given para. This is the first step when you write answer to this academic standard. Second step is that analysis with example. Analysis with example. Third step, conclusion with suggestions. So these 3 steps are very essential while writing answer for the second academic standard. For example, if you write answer to this second academic standard as it is like conceptual understanding, you may not find good marks. Generally, when you find a question in examination, then you will go on writing it. For example, what do you know of global warming? A question is there. Then you will start writing answer. That is correct there, because it is the question for first academic standard, conceptual understanding. If the question is given in the form of a paragraph, for example, there is a para on global warming, and you are asked below that para, comment on it. give your opinion on given para, or simply analyze the given para or given text. Then it is the what second academic standard, because text is given, that is the paragraph is given there. Then how to write answer? You have to write answer using the 3 steps, right? So first step is what? Understanding the text. There what we have to write? We have to write the para given is global warming. The para given is global warming. I am giving the explanation based on the given example, global warming. Over, that is the first step over. Is it clear? Then next, second step. What is second step? Analysis with example, right? So what we have to write in analysis? In analysis, we should write what is the issue. What is the issue here? Global warming. There is the problem of global warming throughout the world. There is the issue. Then we should start analyzing what are the reasons for global warming, right? So that we should find out the reasons. Deforestation is one reason, or not? So you should write the reasons for global warming in second step analysis. Okay, what should be there in second step analysis? There you should present reasons for the global warming, and where do you find this global warming throughout the world. You should give one example that the temperatures are high, right? That example should be given. Then third, what are its effects? What are its effects? These 3 areas should be covered. If there any advantages with the global warming? No. Is there any disadvantages? Yes. Then disadvantages should write. So 4 areas should be covered in second step, that is analysis with example. Finally, third step, that is what? Conclusion with a suggestion. There you should write how to overcome the global warming. What is the way to overcome the global warming? We should reduce the pollution, right? This is not a suggestion, it is a statement. So how to reduce the pollution? By planting the trees. Then what should be the suggestion in conclusion? We should plant more and more trees, right? Such a suggestion should be given in what you call conclusion. This is for 4 marks. When paragraph is given for a 4 mark, you will get 1 mark for the first step, 2 marks for the second step, that is analysis with example, and another 1 mark for conclusion. In that way, 4 marks are given for this academic standard. I think you have understood it very clearly. Now I will ask some questions to you, or you can go for clarifying your doubts.